to what you have availability to. What is good? First of all, the price alone makes me kind of sit up and take notice. Like, what?
Well, here's the thing. Some people said, okay, yeah, I love it, it's great. I don't want the red oak presentation box.
Okay.
Okay? I just want the absolute positive, rock bottom, best price.
Right.
Absolutely perfect 2020 American Silver Eagle you can do. Right here it is.
There you go.
Okay, this is an NGC Mint State 70, $69.95. We literally didn't have this in the show until about 11 o'clock this afternoon.
Oh, jeez.
I got my NGC, which is working weekends now, okay? But well, there's hundreds and millions of coins there to be graded.
Right.
Gave us our grading certificate, our grading statistics, and said, okay, we have them here. You know, they are being overnighted to you today. This is how many we have, and I'm going, yay! I can put it in the show because last time we aired this, I think it was about 1,600 pieces sold.
You know, you don't have anywhere near that.
No. I think I have half that. Is
yeah,
that
exactly about half.
Yeah.
About half.
Is what it is. Still enough to sell. But it just kind of ticks all the boxes. So you get that last year of issue.
Right.
You get absolute perfection. You get it certified, but you get it at absolutely, positively the best price I can do a Mint State 70, a modern American Silver Eagle that you have here. And as a matter of fact, I go back in my head, I don't know the last time I sold any Mint State American Silver Eagle for $69.95. I mean, it's been years.
Oh, yeah.
It's been years, let alone what is the single hottest American Silver Eagle, certainly of the last decade.
Oh, for sure.
And maybe of the entire 35 years that the United States government has been making the American Silver Eagles. So it is that big of a deal. And so that's why we did. I mean, we shaved this down by nickels to be able to get $69.95 on this. It has been immensely popular. It has been incredibly popular. Now, remember, for those of you that are perhaps just tuning in, the United States government has announced, you may or may not know this, the United States government has announced that they are changing the American Silver Eagle next year in 2021. That is huge. It is cataclysmic. It is titanic. I don't know what other adjectives I can use. I'll come up with some in a minute, I promise. They just don't do that. The United States government doesn't change coin designs. First of all, by law, you can only change the design every 25 years.
Right.
To start with. Secondly, they just don't like to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I've been doing this for a very long time. I'm oldish at best. They have never changed the Roosevelt dime in my entire lifetime. Oh, wow. They started making the Kennedy half dollar in 1964. It looks exactly like it does when it came out in 1964. They have never changed the design of the Kennedy half dollar. In my lifetime, they have changed the Lincoln cent one time. It is likely to be the only time. Their plan on the Lincoln is to change it every 50 years. Wow. Every 50 years. They changed it the year before I was born. So that would be, I'd have to be at least 99 to see a second change in the Lincoln cent. So my point to all that is the United States government is loath to change the design of American coins, period. And so for them to change this, and understand that's just like, okay, they changed the nickel, who cares? I mean, to some degree, who cares? It was 2009. It was kind of a cool deal. They did some nice changes, but it's the nickel.
It's the nickel.
It's cool.
Sure.
There's not a lot of nickel collectors, I got to be honest. So they've changed coins that weren't popular to try to keep them, to make them popular. This is a whole different thing. This is the single most popularly collected silver coin on the planet today. The single most popularly collected silver coin on the planet today that they are changing next year. That makes it incredibly ridiculous. Now remember, last time I think we sold 1,500 or so of these in about this same time slot. Right. Look at these. They are just absolutely, that is going to count backwards pretty quickly.
It is. And let me just put it to you this way. Almost 200 people, you know, well over 100 people in about 90 seconds. We have less than half of what Mike had in any comparable offering here at HSN. And if there is one coin, and this is just me just saying it, so if you're a novice, if you're new, if you don't know where to start, if budget, and let's be honest, we all have some budget, whatever it might be, if you are looking for a place to land, to get, to grab, and quite frankly, I'm just gonna say it, to get more than one, at this moment in history, on this historic coin, let alone at this price, run, do not walk, don't cause injury, but no kidding, act pronto on this, because my own speculation on this, I believe this will be your first and your only airing at this price on this coin, unless Mike can you know, part the, I have no.
We'll do our best.
He'll do his utmost best, but I'll just tell you right now, with the 600 only available, remember that does not take into consideration the people who are joining us in the various forms of ordering, nor does it factor in whether or not people are buying more than one. And Rick is my producer tonight. Rick, is it possible to kind of get a handle? I'm assuming that people are getting more than one. Because
yes.
here's how this also, there are lots of new faces are shopping for this too. This is actually
smart.
Very smart. If you are new to the coin collector, get this. I'll just say it that way, because not only are you getting one of the most historic coins, certainly of Mike's lifetime, let alone ours or yours or mine, anybody, even if you're new to coin collecting, at $23.32, that's a flex pay. You could do multiples. So let me put it to you this way. You could buy 3 of these coins on 3 flex pays and pay out of pocket, out of the gate, roughly what you would spend for one. And you secure, you get, you experience one of the hottest, one of the most talked about, one of the most historic coins of our time, of our generation, and certainly of generations to come. Seriously.
Well, and understand from a collector perspective, and you bring up a good point, and as Rick told, there's a lot of new people shopping.
There is.
Understand what this does. First off, there's an ounce of pure silver in here.
Yeah, true.
It wasn't that long ago that silver was $52 an ounce. So just the silver in here was $52. So understand, this is an ounce of silver. Silver, adjusted for inflation, is near 20-year lows. I mean, silver is exceedingly affordable
sure.
right now. Gold's made a tremendous run. Silver's lagged quite a bit. So you have the intrinsic value.
Mike, I'm so sorry. I have to interject. And only because my producer, Rick, he is all-knowing, all-seeing.
The tracker.
He's the tracker, as we say. He's actually telling me we're probably going to have to start next hour early, meaning we're going to have to move up the coins that we had officially scheduled for next hour, because it will not last. And I don't mean that to be abrupt or, you know, or brusque or rude. It just, because listen, I listen and learn. I get caught up with the information with Mike too, but this is one, believe me when I say you do have to act now if you want it. So as Mike, as you were saying, the intrinsic value of the silver alone, if you're a novice or a new collector.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
And then, see, in coin collecting as in any collecting, the single most important determining factor of value is what? It's condition.
Sure.
The higher the grade, the more it's worth. Well, this is Mint State 70. So that's absolutely perfect. To put that into perspective, a 1996 American Silver Eagle I was just talking about. A Mint State 69 today, about $159, $179, you know, give or take either side of that. But a Mint State 70 is about $7 grand.
Okay.
Okay, I mean, you know, there's the thing.
A car.
So 200 or a car.
A car.
Okay, $7 grand, something like that. So when you have 86, I mean, I can say that for $129 in Mint State 70, it's $500. The difference in grade is critical. The higher the grade, the more it's worth, period. And this coin right here is certified absolutely perfect Mint State 70. And that's a thing. Understand, in coin collecting, you have these independent third-party companies that all they do, NGC, you see, doesn't sell coins.
True.
All they do is grade coins.
Right.
They're an independent third-party arbiter of grade. And understand, their word is taken throughout not only the United States, but the entire world of numismatics, as when they say it's a 70, it's a 70.
Right.
That's an important thing. So you get that grade. Now you have in. So you're collecting these American Silver Eagles every single solitary year. Now add in to the entire calculus of all of this that the United States government is changing the design next year on the American Silver Eagle. And now you've got an incredible, incredible opportunity to be able to get an American Silver Eagle that is at its end.
Right.
So we now, like I said, we have closure, we have a bookend, we have the beginning, the yin and yang, you know, the alpha and omega, if you will.
The numerology,
that's right.
the silver value. So here's the thing, we're saying 4 minutes or sellout, and I realize there's a lot of information to process, but this is one you don't even have to think about. If there is what we could call kind of a no-brainer in terms of an entry level, a gateway coin.
Perfect. Yes, it's a gateway coin.
It's a gateway
Absolutely.
coin. This is it. And at this juncture, we have basically 80% of the inventory, gone. And that's just if we factor in the number of people calling, let alone if we factor in if people are getting more than one. And if you are doing this, whether it is your foray, your gateway, your place to start coin collecting, whether it's a 2020 wedding, a 2020 birth of a baby, you just want the intrinsic value of the silver. It's a gotta get it, gotta do it. You should try it. 30-day return policy, $23.32 on your credit card to get it at home. Mike, I will say, it is awfully hard to say no to this coin.
Yeah, well, because it has all the things that you want.
really
It ticks all the boxes. Intrinsic
does.
value, great value. It's historic not only as a coin, but as a price and an opportunity as well with this. Plus, you have the end of an era that you have. It's a legacy coin. It's a transition coin.
Yes.
Those are all critically important to long-term collector value. And like I said, welcome to the world of coins for all of you that are purchasing from us for the very first time. It is fascinating. It is satisfying. It is absolutely, I think, the greatest hobby. They call it the hobby of kings, as a matter of fact. Everybody else says it's horses and all that. Nah, it's coin collecting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, kings did it because, well, it's their family portraits. They would, it was so important. They would just put their face on it.
That's true.
So you call that any way you want to see it.
That's true. Well, you better be calling or shopping online or shopping by remote. My producer has removed that time allotment or that clock because it's not going to make the clock.
Yeah.
So hopefully you are somewhere in some form of ordering. We've got yours, and normally with other shows, I say back order, wait list, don't worry, we'll make more. Mike can't.
Yeah, they frown on me making coins.
And you say you don't look good in orange.
Yeah, no, I would not rock an orange
or stripes
jumpsuit.
or any of the above.
Be good for me.
All right, do not hang up. We took your phone call and